In times of yore, as the crusades rend the world in twain, leaving naught but blood and death in their wake, one brave man shall courageously stand up and declare,
"We're in deep shit."
Hi, I'm Lulu, but for the next few minutes, I'll be your friendly neighborhood snark reader because I've got to warn you about The Jester by James Patterson and Andrew Gross. I guess it takes the efforts of two authors to write a novel that's so,
You had mixed feelings about my book?
I wouldn't say that.
I sometimes hear the people apply the term male power fantasy to macho action flicks like Predator or Rambo, but I disagree. There are no more male fantasies than the Terminator or Alien franchises are female power fantasies. They just have cool, competent protagonists, and men and women alike enjoy watching how these characters respond to threats, get out of danger, try and fail, then try again and kick some ass. Hands down, these are the two best action movies of all time, and I will die on that hill. However, upon reading the collaborative novel by James Patterson and Andrew Gross, I can now cite a blatantly obvious male power fantasy, even if the main character is not particularly macho, at least not in an action star sense. He's just some random medieval ginger who's awesome at fighting, and awesome at inciting rebellions, and awesome at getting the gorgeous princess into bed minutes after his wife dies in his arms. Oh no, I meant totally not the princess in disguise at all, and it's not super obvious from the second she appears. Anyway, the main character's whole deal is that he has to, like, infiltrate a castle disguised as a jester for, like, 2 pages in a book called The Jester. The rest of the book is spent in the old cliche arming the peasants for a revolt deal, while also making out with the super common wench who totally isn't a princess in disguise. Best of all, she looks exactly like the Jester's dead wife who died like 2 seconds ago, so it's basically like she's literally the same person, and it's totally okay to make out with her now. And then, my god, it's the princess in disguise! Bet you didn't see that coming!
What a twist!
And like now we're all shocked or whatever, and he gets to marry the princess and be like a duke or something, I guess. I don't know why it was included since it didn't change anything about the plot other than to be a reward for the hero at the end of the story. So yay, he gets a hot princess and can be royalty now, but I don't think that's how it worked in those days. I'm not an expert on this time period, but I get the feeling that neither Patterson nor Gross are either. But Patterson churns out like 4 dozen collaborative novels every year, so churning out a few duds probably isn't a big deal to him, but it's a big deal to me. I wasted precious hours of my limited lifespan reading this garbage book. It occurs to me after doing my review of Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass that this book is basically the guy equivalent of that novel. The main selling point of the story is barely mentioned in the book. The main character is a power fantasy that gets sexy royals to magically fall in love with them with no effort. The narrative style comes off like a preteen who's just discovered some grown-up words, and the twist is so obvious that it might as well have not been included. I like to think that I learn something from every novel I read, no matter how bad it is. And if I've learned anything from these 2 particular novels, it's that puerile power fantasies aren't limited to one gender. So, hooray for equality! Final score: 2 common wenches out of 10. But that's just this reader's opinion. If you disagree, leave a comment, tell me what I got wrong, like and subscribe for more content like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next video.